guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad everyone stopped by today because today we are going to be doing another cute little creature. Today I'm going to be making a mud puppy. If you don't know what a mud puppy is, it's basically a type of amphibian, kind of like a salamander. Anyways guys, I really hope you enjoyed. Let's get started. Okay guys, the first thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be making the clay pieces for our mud puppy. For the face, I'm going to keep it really simple. First, I'm going to take a lump of tin foil. It's going to be pretty small because this piece is not going to be large at all. And then I'm going to cover it in clay. And we'll make sure it's very smooth too. After I have a good base to work with, I'm going to be placing the eyes where I want them. Now most of the time when I do eyes for my creatures, I do the bottom eyelid first and then the top, but I want to make this look a little bit bug-eyed because I don't even think mud puppies have eyelids. So I'm going to be just doing a bottom one to give it a bit more shape, and I'm going to leave the top eyelid off. Next, I'm going to mark where I want the mouth to go, and then I'm going to slightly spread the clay open a tiny bit because I don't want to just have a mouth, I want it to be slightly open. Now for the clay feet, they're really simple. I'm going to be rolling out strips of clay, and for the front feet I'm going to be doing 5 toes, and then for the back I'm going to be doing 4. So I'm going to put 5 strips of clay together. I've rolled the tips a little bit so that they're not sharp, they're just rounded. And then I'm going to blend all the clay together so it's one solid foot. After that, I'm going to put all my clay pieces in the oven at 275 Fahrenheit for roughly about 45 to 55 minutes. After our clay has come out of the oven and has cooled, we can start working on the painting. You'll notice with the feet that I've glued them onto little pieces of cardboard. That way they're easy to handle while I'm painting. So I'm going to go over all the pieces with pink, and then we'll add more details after that dries. I'm going to be using white and light blue to add some highlights to the face and feet. I'm going to be using a darker shade of pink to do the inside of the mouth, and then I'm going to add some polka dots on the top, and I'll probably use a little bit of the blue paint as well. After that, I'm going to paint the eyes black and add a little bit of white highlights to them. After all my paint has dried, I'm going to go over everything with a layer of resin, but if you don't want to mess with resin, you can probably get a spray-on sealant or a varnish to go on it. Okay, now we're going to start on the sewing. So these are all the different fabric pieces that you'll need for the body. To avoid a seam going down the back of the mud puppy, I have the two sides of the body as one piece, and then I have a belly piece. And then I have these little pieces to make the chubby little legs. And then I've got these pieces of fabric over here we're going to glue on afterwards to give it the gills. The first thing we're going to be sewing on our mud puppy is going to be the feet. For the feet, I'm going to take my sewing machine and I'm going to sew the front half of the foot. After you're done using the sewing machine to sew the front of the feet, you're going to be taking some hot glue and we're going to be gluing our little feet to the ends of the legs. After they're glued on and cooled, you can use your needle and thread and sew up the back by hand. Now I'm going to be taking our clay face and I'm going to be gluing the fabric for the body around the neck. After the fabric's all glued into place, I'm going to be using my needle and thread and I'm going to be sewing down the body of the mud puppy. I'm going to be stopping right where I want the front feet to go. Now I'm going to be taking the front feet and I'm going to sew them onto the body, and then we'll continue to go down the belly until we have a place where we want to put the back feet. Once we get to the tail, I've got a strip of pink fur that I want to add to the end of it to make it a little bit fluffy. So I'm going to sew this to each side and then we're going to stuff as we go. Once the body has been finished, we can work on adding the gills around the face. So I'm going to be taking a little bit more pink fur fabric and I'm going to glue a strip around the face, and then we're going to be gluing the gills on top of that. Okay guys, and that's how you make a mud puppy. In fact, I had so much fun, I made 2 of them. I'm going to have these guys up for sale in my Etsy shop, so if you guys are interested, go ahead and check the links down below. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If so, make sure to leave me a like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!